Okay, estamos live. Aló, aló, ¿me escuchan? Zero, we are live. What's up?
Hello there. How's it going? I hope you missed me at least a little bit. I haven't been commentating for an entire week now. But I'm back, baby. I'm back completely, I hope. Last time I didn't have electricity at all, so, you know, I was trying hard, but that shit was not working. But today, we're going for it today. First off, I want to congratulate, you know, which I did, but I want to do it again. You know, I want to congratulate the entirety of the top 8. We had Mr. Chubby. We had, if I'm not mistaken, Hyper Heeko. We had, of course, my boy, Mechafan 82, just absolutely dominating. We had Tsuna, of course. And we had River, if I'm not mistaken. I am, in fact, a little bit blind. But all of y'all were awesome. That tournament was awesome. And this one's going to be amazing as well. Remember, guys, the Matcherino codes, much helps. Donations if y'all want, you know, type shit. But today I'm excited. A lot of players have had a little bit more time to develop, and we've even had some interesting character changes. I did not know this until recently, but my boy, Mr. Chubby, changed to Messenger. So I hope to see what he brings to the table today with Messenger.
Just jumping real quick here, chat, let me know audio issues, if you know it's all good with Zero, if I need to move anything, everything looks okay, but just let me know as we get this started. We're gonna have the first match. Also, we are live on YouTube as well, so keep an eye out for that. Let me know if the stream is good over there. And we're about to get this show on the road. I just gave the players the go ahead. We're gonna have, for starters, Hyper Heeko versus Doula. Yeah, I'm gonna say Doula.
It's just Doula. We can just call him Doula. Hyper Heeko, we all know and love him. Great Boss 2 player. He was insane at last tournament. He was amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. He did the best he could do. And we have Doula playing Dan Kuga 8-2. I think he was a Dan Kuga player from the start. Of course, opinions have shifted on Dan Kuga after, you know, Tampa never sleeps and all that ensued in that tournament. But let's see how well Doula will be able to deal with Hyper Heeko's extensive knowledge of boss. Already jumping into the first round, a lot of aggressive gameplay from Doula. Not a lot of grabs, obviously, at the start of the match, but being very aggressive right from the get-go, you know, trying to get those big buttons off quickly. Hyper Heeko gets his combos off, gets EX, you know, the item change really quickly. Oh, into the break boost combo. Oof, wrench for pressure. Cancels it into the paper fan, into the globe to float it out and make himself safe. Ooh, that's not safe. The mace is really powerful, but it's not safe even with range due to break boost. Trying to go for that low really quickly. Doula trying to go for that grab, but misses. Gets that conversion off into the item change for free. Oof. Into the knockdown for Doula. This is a bad. Ooh. Oh, hits the miss, but it's fine. It's all good. Right now, Hyper Heeko in the corner, aggressively getting pushed by Doula and the suborbital laser, you know. Oof. into the punish, into the grab. That'll be the first pepperoni on board for Doula. Solid performance all around. All right, moving into round 2. Hyper Heeko has to adapt a little bit if he doesn't want to get punished right there. As you can see, he has to space out his buttons better and be a little bit more mindful of when to press buttons. Very nice wrench throw, getting that quick little combo in the corner to get that pressure going. Grab, barrel in the corner for full combo damage. This will be nice. Ooh, he gets a side to I did not know that. Oof, into the low anti-air. That's a weird interaction I've never seen before. Into the mace, obviously high damage combo. Into the corner you go. Wrench hits the, he tried to get out of the corner right there with the EX. It didn't work. He got hit. That'll move him into round 2. Hyper Heeko trying to get his second pepperoni on the board quickly. Uses the paper fan cancel into the wrench, but EX armor moves through it. Doula with a little bit of advantage in neutral right now, but Hyper Heeko is not getting left behind. Uses that fake hop to get that pressure going. EX item change. Trying to use B reverse. I don't know exactly why. It might have been a misinput. No punish on the counter right there, but quickly jumps over into the barrel. Not a lot of people blocking that nowadays. Full combo from it, paper fan into the mace. High damage conversion for boss right there. He only has rocks for, pressure, so it's a little bit tough, but he can make it work. We've seen Hyper Heeko deal with worse. Doula quickly getting a combo to get himself out of the corner, but Hyper Heeko getting his own combo to almost finish him off. Only 58, but oh my god, but the super will leave Hyper Heeko at disadvantage. Orbital laser in the corner into break boost. This is a bad position for Hyper Heeko. No matter what, he is the one in the corner. Gets out quickly. Lots of gray life right there. Quickly takes it away. All right, boys, we're moving in. Hyper Heeko quickly taking his first set of the match. Trying to send Doula quickly into losers. Will Doula adapt and, win his own round and even, win it over? Hyper Heeko quickly getting a conversion into the fake hop. No anti-air. Quick little nice combo into the re-grab right there. Very nice from Doula, using the hop as well to build into the punish counter. No flash counter on it. Trying to very effective use of the lows, just forcing Hyper Heeko into a really bad position by forcing knockdown. Finally blocks the barrel. This is important stuff to learn. Into the EX armor, no punish on it. Punishes afterward. Into the corner, Hyper Heeko steals corner. Little conversion into the cancel with the super. This will be a little more damage on it. EX cancels into the maze. That's really good damage for boss. Grab. Little bit right now, it could be anyone's games for Team K. Doula trying to make his own stuff. Throw escape, very nice. Oof, that laser might lead to good things. Oof, knows the plus frames. Hyper Heeko gets hit with the medium right there. Tough stuff. Doula gets his pepperoni on the pizza, trying to get the match into his favor as quickly as possible. It's not a good feeling dealing with Dankuga in situations like this, especially not for boss, who doesn't have an effective way to deal with armor necessarily. Side switch from Hyper Heeko to get that corner really quickly. Ooh, Doula reads him and gets that grab in the corner using those overheads to try and open him up into EX. This should be full combo with the orbital laser. Doesn't quite catch the full combo. Extensions using the low, that's OTGs. Oof, Hyper Heeko on his way to lose the match if he's not careful. Quickly gets his own combo in the corner. V reversal to push him out. Hyper Heeko at literally one hit away from dying. That is it. Doula gets his own pepperoni on the pizza. Hyper Heeko needs to lock in if he doesn't want to get sent to losers early, and losers can be a bad advantage for boss. He's a gag character, and while Hyper Heeko is very good at using his buttons, it's still tough. Gets grabbed. That'll be big damage on board. Hyper Heeko has to find a way in if he wants to continue with this streak. Roll, double barrel roll right there. Ooh, nice low. Trying to get quick little damage in the corner using those using those jabs to stagger into the rock combo to get a little bit of an extension into the maze OTG. V reversal, Hyper Heeko not blocking those and costing him a lot of pressure recently. Doula making a good use of his buttons, you know, good advantage right there. No break boost cancel to get full combo from it. But oof, doesn't matter. Oh, it does. He doesn't get full damage into the punish against the grab miss. Oof, the paper fan, of course, leads to a decent combo overhead, but it misses. All right. Scary neutral right now for both players. One interaction could be the game. Tries to cancel it into super, misses the confirm. This will be the round on board. Hyper Heeko taking the first pepperoni of the third set. He's getting ready to steamroll already. All right, a little bit of neutral right there. Doula breaks the neutral with a quick little break boost to get in. Nice anti-air into the air grab. That's kind of what Doula needs to start doing a little bit more. Boss is getting too much free reign and jumping. He has to, you know, punish those jumps in a little bit more into the barrel. No combo from it, but still nice pressure from it. Doula trying to recover from it. Nice recovery though. Gets a decent combo to gain back advantage. A little bit of neutral right here. Doula trying to open up, but he's the one that gets mixed up into the low. Item change right here. One barrel, 3 wrenches, and a dream, as well as really good items this time. Actually, this is a very good set of items into the air-to-air grab. Doula preemptively anti-airing right there. I don't know necessarily why. Using a good use of the hover mechanic to, you know, side switch, and Boss doesn't have a really good way to deal with that. Into the free EX, into paper. Super cancel. This should be it. Oh, this is bad. He got confused right there. He got the confusion animation. This is bad. Now the advantage is switching into Doula. Heeko trying to find a way to close it out in here. Guard crush from the mace. Very nice, effective use of the lows to close in his round. Hyper Heeko showing us he still has the stuff. He's moving in on winners. Doula getting sent to losers early on. Heeko wants to show that he's still a dominant player with Boss, and he can take Boss all the way up. All right, so let me open the start GG. Let me start to open the start GG sheet real quick.
Any issues in the chat, let me know. Looks like we're going good, so we're gonna have the next match in a moment. We're going to winners quarters. We're gonna have OG Cornflakes versus Monkey.
All right, OG Cornflakes versus Monkey. OG Cornflakes, a returning player. He's been playing quite a bit, and I've seen him grinding and giving the Discord pings. You know, I'm excited to see what he has in store for us. I haven't heard of Monkey yet, but I'm excited to see.
Excited as well. Just a reminder to everybody that we have the Matcherino, and we are also multi-streaming to YouTube as well. If you would like to check that out, let us know how it is over there. We're just starting out the multi-streaming, so would love any feedback, any input. Much appreciated while we get this next match underway. Thank you.
All right, we got Monkey versus OG Cornflakes. OG Cornflakes, of course, playing the classic Mephisto A1 versus, interestingly, Vasago A1. Vasago A1 has been shown to be very dominant by the Japanese players, so I'm excited to see. Yeah, it's Vasago A1. Vasago A1 is very scary. I have learned, and he is in fact very scary. I had to face him, and I do not want to face him ever again in any way, shape, or form, or unless he gets nerfed to the ground. This character is insanely strong. He isn't even a zoner. He's just a set play with the grenades, to be honest, and waste the grenade early. But to be honest, it doesn't matter that much because the low cooldown on it allows him to get really fast pressure. But overall, OG Cornflakes showing nice pressure overall. Good damage into the match. Effective knowledge on the matchup. But scary moment right here. Using the grenade to make it safe. It was the ice grenade. Ice grenade can be very scary because it leads to very powerful combos. Using that low to, you know, trying to open up a little bit. Monkey, who's been using the roll quite a bit. If OG Cornflake catches up to that, you know, he might be punishing that with grab a little bit, and punishing that is very important because that's a very powerful get out of pressure for free tool for Vasago A1, and it shall never be underestimated. It's like King of Fighters, but way better. All right, Monkey using his lows, V reversal from Cornflakes. He doesn't want to get pressured. Nice combo with corner carry into the setup. Very nice. Buster misses with OG Cornflakes using that overhead to create pressure. Quickly mashes out. OG Cornflakes doesn't want to get caught in the blender right there. Both Visagos, ironically, have a very good blender combo. Jesus Christ. OG Cornflakes, high damage early on. Just steamrolling absolutely through Monkey early on. Now he's under pressure. Let's see how he deals with the defense. EXDP for the win. You just got to do it sometimes, you know. All right. OG Cornflakes taking the first set very predominantly. He was very good overall in that set. Very solid defense, knowledge of the matchup right there. That side switch, Visago is very good in that, setting up the grenade with the ice flash counter. No full combo from it, but was very scary. Monkey trying to use a little bit of that zoner game. Nice effective use of the long range DP. That DP has so much range, it's insane. Never underestimated. That shit can catch jump ins from 1 mile away. Using that buster in the mid screen to create clutter on the screen and make, you know, Monkey have to jump a little bit more through to deal with Mephisto, which is never good. EXDP to gain back a little bit of the pressure. Remember, Buster is a high durability projectile, but Monkey uses his blaster to quickly cash out his own pepperoni. Remember, Mephisto is a really low health character. Even light interactions can deal big damage because you just have a lot less. Right there, you see it, like 700, 600 HP already versus the 800 off of like similarly one interaction, of course. Like, this is very tough for Cornflakes still. He has to find an opening right here. V reversal for Monkey to get off pressure right there. Nice effective use of the air-to-air interactions. Monkey hasn't been blocking with those overheads. I think he's a little bit too scared of Mephisto's lows, which are very scary. But sometimes you just got to watch out for the overheads. They get you when you least expect it. Buster pressure, you staggering right there in the corner for that OTG combo that deals such nice damage. No safe jump though. Little bit of scary V reversal right there to get himself off of pressure. This should kill right here. Gets his own pepperoni. Right now, Monkey has to be scared. He's at match point. Doesn't want to get sent to losers early on. It's never a good thing. Monkey has to find an opening with, you know, Visago's big buttons and just outrange Mephisto. Mephisto is honestly a little bit of stubby buttons. Even only some of his buttons have nice range. The rest actually are quite stubby. So OG Cornflakes, if he takes advantage of that, you know, he could create a very nice opening, and he's already showing it. Grab, matches on the overhead into Psycho Crasher for the super combo. All right, is on pressure. Flash counter, this is very bad. Into the super cancel. Very solid showing from Cornflakes right here. Just dominantly all throughout the match. A little bit of sloppy defenses here and there, but he quickly picked up the pace by himself and, you know, managed to not make a big deal out of it and, you know, return back the advantage to his side. A very solid showing. I'm going to take time before we start the next match to just say, remember guys, Matcherinos, important things for the players right here, and to read chat for a bit.
Thank you so much. We are going to have another winner's quarters. We're going to have Heeko again, now versus Mechafan. I am summoning them now.
And we have Iron Monster in chat. He didn't give the devs a chance to not fix the spectator mode. I'm glad, because it makes tournaments like this so much better to watch. I enjoy it so much better now, and it's really nice quality of life change. Of course, we have Buzz in the chat. We got Spicy Crab. I know you're watching from the other side of the world. How's it going, my boy? Mr. Chubby, of course. We got Mechafan 82 in the chat and in the game, of course. Number 2 player of Ampa Never Sleeps, obviously a Dan Kuga player we all know and love. Let's see what he brings today. Mechafan has very solid defense, and if he continues learning, I'm scared to see what he has for us, because Dan Kuga adaptation is real. Never let anyone say otherwise.
Oh, I just want to second the spectator. It's been very smooth. Like last week and this week, it's been amazing. So great quality of life update.
Yoroshiku. This is honestly, I'm excited. We got Heeko. Wait. Is it Heeko? Heeko versus Mechafan 82. Hyper Heeko. We just saw him. Boss A2 player. Of course, Heeko just dealt with another Dankuga. This is sort of a run back of that matchup, but this might be a little harder because Dankuga A2's advantage mainly stems from the fact that you can get a little bit better combos with him sometimes. The pressure in the mid screen can be a little better in that long range situation. You don't have to, you know, be pressuring as much because you just have the option to jump scare laser. But in exchange, Dankuga A1 has very solid range and can just anti-air boss out of the skies out of nowhere. His big buttons will provide a challenge for Heeko, which needs to find an opening quickly. Also, EXDP is just a powerful defense tool that no matter what will always be good in any game you play. So I'm excited to see how the matchup goes. Heeko has been shown to deal with boss, but of course, Mechafan, I don't even know what to say about this man. We're gonna see. Let's see if he's actually as washed up as he says, or if he's just lying to make himself feel better. All right, moving into the first round. Obviously, no decent delay this time. Quick sword unsheath to get that pressure on. Lots of neutral right now. Ooh, punish early on from Heeko. This will lead to item change. Wrench. Uses all three wrenches. No block from Mechafan, dealing good damage. Heeko quickly EXDP, of course, always a threat. You gotta respect the Dankuga range. He's minusing a lot of his buttons, but he has so much range that Heeko doesn't know how to deal with it. Flash counter, doesn't matter. Heeko finding a way. Mechafan has to be patient. More blocking needs to happen if he wants to take the W. A nice punish against those thermal. Now this will be good damage. Of course, Dankuga always deals solid damage into the quick jab. Oof! Perfect bat counter right there. Will net Hyper Heeko the win. We saw Mechafan was trying to go for a grab right there. Hyper Heeko was like, none of that here, please. I am not dealing with that. Just the mix-up. Tries to get the side switch. Mechafan blocks effectively, but that low from the empty jump gets him. EXDP in the corner, catches him with a jab into barrel roll. Nice defense from Mechafan. This is what has to happen if he wants to continue to win, but that overhead from the mace. Mace is, of course, a very solid button. You have to know that it's matchup dependent. Very powerful option nonetheless. All right, into solid combo that leads into pressure. Mechafan having some trouble right now dealing, but armor, of course, is super powerful. This will be good damage. Low pressure right there into EXDP, almost killed, but Hyper Heeko gets a quick little sneaky low to cash out the first set. Mechafan has to lock in. We all know he can, but will he be able to do it and not get sent to losers early on? Or will Heeko continue to prevail and show that he is in fact the man who sold the Alloy Z, the big boss? Quickly getting that nice combo from that mid. Super long range, of course. Can catch Dankuga off guard. Flash counter already again. Mechafan trying to get with pressure, but it's not working with the sword. Using that balloon to maybe get an overhead. Mechafan has to put the pressure and find a way in. Quickly does it. Nice combo. Not a lot of corner carry, but quickly setting up the pressure with the sword. Low sword, of course, into the low. V reversal from Hyper Heeko right there to get him off of himself, because this is tough. Ooh, flash counter from Hyper Heeko. This might lead to good damage into corner carry. Hyper Desperation Super right there into very solid damage into the mace. OTG, of course. Tries to get Desperation Super, is punished by Hyper Heeko. You can't be throwing it out willy-nilly into the overhead from Hyper Heeko. He is the man who sold the world. All right. Mechafan is at set point. He needs to get this if he wants to win. That punish from the EX. It's a visual mix-up. They have to know the matchup. Into the grab. Pressure is going on very heavy. Mechafan saying none of that anymore. Nice defense. Tries to tech the grab, I think, but misses. Escapes the corner, but has to take the combo anyway. Nice damage with the mace overall. This isn't punishable. He spaced it very nicely. That anti-air, of course, super powerful stuff into the overhead. Hyper Heeko showing nice defense. Misses the perfect bat into the EXDP right there to try and get pressure back on his side. Gets his first pepperoni on the pizza. He needs this breath of fresh air. He has to continue this streak, or else he will be sent to losers. Mechafan trying to search for the W with little pressure into the grab. Obviously, super solid pressure. Creates the missiles. This will be big damage. Blocks the debris coming from the missile. No block on the overhead. EXDP catching Hyper Heeko a lot now. Very solid combo. Oof, into the grab from the empty hop. Very solid stuff right here. Mechafan locking in finally. He's showing us how good he still is. What did you say about being washed? I don't think so, Mechafan. All right, catching that air-to-air interaction. Heeko on the defense side gets hit by the anti-air into the grab from the tick throw. Hyper Heeko quickly catches the hop. Nice corner carry right here into the item change. Mechafan pulling out the sword to get that bigger range and maybe punish Hyper Heeko effectively. Hyper Heeko, knowing the hitbox, catches the flash counter into very solid corner carry with the rocks. He's, you know, slowly pacing them. Wrench into pressure into Paperfan. Paperfan is, of course, really strong button if you know how to use it. This might be game. Very solid combo from Hyper Heeko. Gets busy right there. Hyper Heeko has to lock in, though. It isn't willy-nilly. Very solid combo. Hyper Heeko takes the first pepperoni. Again, getting put into set point. Mechafan has to lock in, or else he will be getting sent to losers early on. That quick overhead. The reversal. Armor. A lot of EX armor from... Oof! Never mind. I have to continue on. Very nice effective use of that anti-air to get the flash counter right there. Flash counter again. This will be very good damage. Catches the air-to-air interaction. Knows just when to block. Mechafan showing that he's still being disciplined at the end of this round. He has to, because Hyper Heeko could easily turn it around. EXDP from the air, anti-air. Hyper Heeko getting that quick combo out. You can't let the comeback happen. Find a way in to get that little bit of HP gone. Hyper Heeko not letting it happen, though. Gets hit by a low. They're both now at set point. Who will take it? It's anyone's games, honestly. Both players have been playing a very solid understanding of their characters, you know. Using that sword to create space and terror. The use of the sword isn't just for show. Honestly, a lot of the sword usage is just mainly to create the scare factor. That, ooh, I got the sword, what will you do? And it works, to be honest. Solid damage right here from Mechafan. Misses completely the bat throw. V-reversal block into the flash counter. This might be game. It is. Heeko getting sent into loser side so quickly into the tournament. Mechafan showing a dominant, you know, performance with his Dan Kuga still. I don't know what you're talking about being washed. Very solid performance. Nice adaptation at the end. Just trying to find a way in by any means possible. Just, you know, creating a lot of space in between the two players. We're going to get OG Cornflakes against...
Mr. Chubby.
All right, my main man Chubby is getting put on stage against OG Cornflakes. That Mephisto A1 matchup against what I presume to be Messenger A1. Mr. Chubby, of course, mainly known for being a very powerful Visago player. We've seen him dominate time and time again with his Visago A2, but it seems he's had a change of heart. Call it a phantom thief that stole him and moved him into Messenger A1. We shall see how he performs with him today against a powerful character like Mephisto A1, who's just basically Akuma. All right, you know, we have the Maturino over here. So, you know, we always use those codes. We want to get as many redeemed as possible.
Thank you everybody that's watching. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Let me know any issues in the stream if there are any. We'll try our best to make sure you guys enjoy the show. Thank you so much. We are moving into top 8 now. This will be the first of the 2 winner semis. And after that, we will go towards the losers 8s. Depending on the bracket, we might show 1, we might show 2. And then moving on to the top 4. So just so you guys have an idea of what our next slate of matches will be as we are now entering the top 8 of this MSV Saga. Number 4. Tell your friends, tell everyone, we're gonna have a big celebration next week for the 5th edition, 5-year anniversary of Iron Saga. 5 years already of us playing this video game. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed?
Oh my god, 5 years? Holy.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Truly. Damn, I even got old without noticing. I can't believe this. All right. I'm looking into the bracket right now. We got Tsuna going up against Mechafan 82, of course. Tsuna on the other side of the brackets. Tsuna is, of course, getting that revenge matchup against Mechafan. Mechafan beat him at Tampa Never Sleeps. Let's see if, he's out here trying to get his W back-to-back and just, get his revenge against Mechafan. All right, we have... I'm sorry, I have made a mistake. I was not familiar with Mr. Chubby's Messenger game. It was, in fact, A2. I wonder what adaptation he's made with Messenger A2, of course. He's usually a very honest character. Super Lupin X, correct. It is a lore fight. All right, so all right, hold up. Oh, okay. I was like, wait. He switched to Messenger, to Great Messenger. I was not familiar with that game. All right, but we have Messenger A2, the installed version of him, of course. Messenger A2 has some nice tools. Spicy Crab is a huge believer in freeze laser setups. I don't know how much that works in my opinion, but let's see how well Mr. Chubby adapts that tech into Messenger Z right now. Mephisto is a very solid rushdown character.
Yo, that color is sick. That Messenger color is amazing.
It is. Both colors on both characters are honestly very cool for this time. Messenger, of course. Ooh, nice combo right there into the breakthroughs. Nice knowledge of the combos. Mr. Chubby, always known for his nice combos into the throw. Messenger, a little bit more of an honest character, so you gotta always take advantage of those situations where you just gotta throw when it just feels like it. In the corner, remember, this character doesn't have as much of a DP as Saga. You don't get those get out of jail free. Into the install, gets punished. This isn't a good look. OG Cornflakes quickly getting nice damage and taking the W. Of course, Mephisto, high damage character. He's basically Akuma in this game. If you don't know, Mephisto is the lowest HP character in this game. He's kind of like Akuma. He gets a lot of good tools in trade-off for low HP, which is a detriment. Let's not kid ourselves in here. But in exchange, he's still very strong. Double Rocket Fist. Into the laser. Very nice knowledge right there. Kick throw grab. But quickly, Cornflakes equalizing it. The pressure is now on. Now it's kind of a grind game. That solid disjointed hitbox, if you don't know, that anti-air is huge, and Messenger doesn't have that much of a hitbox in it, which I hope it stays that way, because Messenger does not have that many good tools in my opinion. So honestly, very solid performance right there. Mr. Chubby getting really nice combos in, knowing when to pick throw. If Cornflakes wants to win, he does have to make the adaptations of, taking less throws and knowing when to, just go unga bunga and when to, take his time. Mephisto is a character that can take his time. Nice anti-air into very nice corner carry. Oh, but that slide from the ground into the flash counter. Solid damage right here. Goes into super, wastes his bar. This will lead into buster pressure. He has all 10 bars. Into the DP. You can't sleep on that DP. Anti-air, though. Steals the corner. Nice install activation into the laser. He did not know the matchup. Super cancel. Shin Shoryuken. Oh my god, very nice interaction. Mr. Chubby being a little bit more honest than usual, but it fits him very surprisingly well using that insult to quickly catch Cornflakes off guard. He didn't know the matchup tech. Nice anti-air again. Very solid. We know him as no-fly zone Chubby for a reason. He doesn't have the blender anymore, but those Gatling combos are very solid. And you can manipulate them into the setup. What is going on? Remember, that is basically a grab. This might lead into a perfect if Cornflakes isn't careful. It is! Mr. Chubby, of course, showing his new look on Messenger A2. Taking him to the world stage. You know, this is every character in this game can be used if you're good enough with him, and he's just showing up that he is. And one of the good things that a lot of people don't know about Messenger, the reason he's so beginner friendly but can also perform at top level, simply because simplicity is king a lot of the time, and it's because he has pretty simple, you know, whatchamacallit, it's the combos that it's all the combos basically. It's just A, B, C. He basically has Gatlings, but simple ones, and that makes him very easy to use, but also very solid because it's just ease of use. You get solid combo damage from him, no matter what skill level you are. But Mephisto, with OG Cornflakes as a pilot, just, you know, piling on the damage. He very nice interactions overall. I love his use of OTG extension. But I'm also loving Chubby's long range punishes from the jumps. It's almost like saying, no, you can't jump even at long range anymore. I've switched my gameplay. I'm no fly zone everywhere I go. Nice OTG from OG Cornflakes, taking nice damage, forcing, you know, a character like Messenger who doesn't have a particularly DP to just in the corner. But Mr. Chubby, of course, showing us he still has the stuff. Nice anti-airs. OG Cornflakes setting up the stuff, but that insult activation, he's still plus on that. During insult, Messenger's very solid, using, remember, he also has technical free X's while in insult, using that freeze beam to quickly cash out some damage. But oh my god, Cornflake catches the punish like this is SF4 Tokido versus Daigo Yumehara. Those punishes through fireballs. What game are you playing? You're playing the wrong game. Sets up the fireballs. You know, that projectile invulnerability from Chubby. That is a goofy interaction. I love that use. DP, Chubby is getting pressured. He is about to die. He has to find a way in if he wants to close out the set early on into the anti-air. It should be enough. Chubby catching out the win against Cornflakes. Showing Messenger Z is actually top 1 in the game. Devs, you might need to nerf this character if Chubby's piloting it.
Ooh, devs in chat, watch out. GG's, good set.
Very nice showing from Messenger A2's debut. I don't know if it's his debut, but it's his debut for me in my heart. You know, Mr. Chubby showing us his no-fly zone in a different way than usual. Usually, you see him doing a lot more, you know, air-to-air interactions. This time, it was a lot more grounded gameplay, knowing, you know, just tick throwing a little bit, checking the waters, getting those grabs in, of course, very important for a character like Messenger, who doesn't have a lot of ways to open up like other unhonest characters like the aforementioned Xinglong. So, you know, very solid showing. I also really like OG Cornflakes OTGs. I think he has a chance to continue on because he is a very solid player. I think his main problem was the fact that he was just letting a little bit too many punishes shine through for a character like Messenger who thrives off of punishes. And looking here, Mechafan, I imagine, got sent to losers right here. Or no,
yeah.
wait, no, we're watching semifinals on stream. Okay, never mind.
We're about to watch Tsuna versus Mechafan, the other side of Winners House.
Tsuna versus Mechafan, it's a revenge matchup, of course. Tsuna, very outstanding player for Nero A1, and he was the first winner of the Iron Saga tournaments. Spicy Crab, you're not ever getting that apology. I'm just saying, I don't care if the setups are good, bro. You're never getting that apology from me. And
I just want to hear some lore or setting some stakes. Wait 1 sec, let me... I was responding a Discord message. So here's the setting. First MSV, Tsuna wins. Second MSV, Starrich wins. Third MSV, Tsuna and Starrich fight. Tsuna wins, has 2 championships now. If Tsuna wins, not only is it a back-to-back from last week, but also becomes the 3-peat champion.
He's over here creating an NBA dynasty with Nero A1. Of course, Tsuna is a very, I would even say, majestic player almost. Tsuna's combos are something to marvel at. Like, I will glaze the hell out of him because I will not lie to you, this shit is insane. The shit he pulls off just shows very good character mastery overall, and I think that's the most important part of Nero A1 specifically. Nero 2 is a lot more ease of use, but that costs Nero a lot of, you know, combo potential and just pressure in general. Tsuna squeezes out every last drop of Nero A1, and I'm always glad to see it. Mechafan, of course. Dan Kuga player. This is a revenge matchup from Tampa Never Sleeps. Tsuna trying to cash out his own win against Mechafan and trying to also get that three-peat. You know, he is one of those players that can just dominate for a long time with his chosen character. Nero A1, of course. We can never forget. Double overhead. Insane move. All right. Battle of the Grappler versus the, I don't even know what to describe. Nero, I've talked about this a lot. She is her own style of character. Ooh, very nice showing from Tsuna. Quick little combos. Misses that final hit and doesn't grab a full conversion, but already Mechafan at less than half health doesn't block the overhead. This will almost equalize, you know, the HP pools. Tsuna getting his own quick little combo. But here's the thing. A little bit too much damage coming in from Mechafan, and he's letting a little bit too much shy through. Armor, of course, Tsuna's worst enemy. Nero doesn't have the greatest way to deal with armor. That overhead. Oof! Into the super cancel. Tsuna overhead again. Gets the first pepperoni on the pizza really quickly. Nero A1 side performance. Tsuna showing us she still has the chops. All right, little bit of neutral right here. Nice damage coming in from Mechafan 82, just showing us those nice little combo wraps that quickly build up over time. Misses the grab, gets put into the corner, into the clone grab. Very scary stuff. Again, Tsuna has nice knowledge of what clone does. Oh my god, Tsuna punishes Mechafan's armor finally. Shining through into super. No OTG here, but gets punished back. Overhead doesn't work. Is minus on that. Scary moment for Tsuna. Overhead. Backdash. Sets up projectiles. Mid-screen. It's anyone's game. Either can get one interaction and be over. Tsuna might be the first one to get it. No OTG. Super cancel. Tsuna getting her first set on the board. My bad. Tsuna's a she. I always make a mistake. But very nice, solid performance from Tsuna using that double overhead effectively against Dan Kuga, who doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with those obtuse angles Nero drops in from. But Mechafan showing quick adaptation. Oof, nice break boost to catch that big swing. Never allowing Mechafan a chance to beat that flash counter. Doesn't lead to much, but leads to pressure. All right, into the tick throw grab. Using effectively, you know, that barrier, which can block grabs and tick throws very effectively. It's a very powerful defensive tool that not a lot of players use, and Tsuna has been shown to use it a lot to effectively counter what, like, a lot of Dan Kuga can do. Using that twirl move, the ballerina jump. Oh my god! Catches the trademark Desperation Super from Mechafan. Tsuna's on fire, just catching a lot of punishes. Mechafan has to adapt quickly or be left in the dust into loser side. No full combo from that. Quick little 1-2 from Mechafan into knockdown, but super combo. Over here, big damage. That Nero combo, I think, has very little scaling from super. So while, yes, you aren't using it a lot because Nero has a lot of good EX moves, very, like, it can be very scary because it can cash out wins out of nowhere. Break boost gets caught by Tsuna's, oh my god. Lots of things happening. Tsuna's, I need to focus.
Oh, the pressure here is insane. Mechafan's going crazy. Just from raw pressure, that's... Oh man, unbelievable. He went loco.
Mechafan just showing nice tick throw. Just, am I going to grab him? Am I going to grab now? Am I going to grab now? Am I going to grab now? And that's very scary. Just because he has the grab doesn't mean he needs to use it. That's what kind of makes Dan Kuga so scary. A lot of times, Dan Kuga shouldn't even be grabbing. It should just be, you know, hitting that jab and see what's going on. Just checking the opponent. Like, are you being honest? Are you blocking against my Dan Kuga, you know? Ooh, nice backdash catch right there. Again, that super cancel is hitting very hard. Look at that, all that damage. Super. This should put Tsuna in a very disadvantageous position. This will give Tsuna trouble. This is a bad range for Nero. She's in a bad position right here. No super here, but gets caught with a low. It's 1-1 now. Both players at their match point. Both have something to prove, the 3P champion or the rising star. Using that little hop move to, you know, catch Tsuna a little bit. Tsuna quickly retaliates, putting him in the corner. Mechafan has to, you know, be patient with Tsuna a lot. Very solid neutral right here. A lot of big buttons being thrown out. Quickly, Tsuna catches Mechafan with the combo. Ooh, EX armor to deal with the clone. Hits the clone. Oh, armor. No full combo for Tsuna. Oh, but catches the overhead. This will be very good for Tsuna right here. Who's going to gain pressure from it? Into the super cancel. This should kill. This is a high scaling super. It does. Tsuna getting her own pepperoni on the pizza quickly. All right, moving into the second round. Tsuna can close this out quickly. Will Mechafan allow it? That is the question. All right, very nice combo. Right there, Mechafan catches Tsuna with that EXDP. Again, Nero trades off a lot of defense for those offensive tools, so Tsuna can be a little susceptible to that type of pressure. EXDP again. Oh, catches the flash counter from the big swing. Running away a little bit, Mechafan, to create that space and, you know, a little bit of that scare factor into Tsuna. Oh, catches the... Oh my god, this might doesn't kill. Catches the... Oh my god, so many things happened. That was a very solid interaction. Catches, you know, the barrier into the double mid check right there. Tsuna trying to create space right here. Overhead catch. Into the corner you go. Grab again. Just because you have a grab doesn't mean you need to use it. Oh my god, into the super cancel. I don't think it kills, but this will leave Tsuna at like 100 HP, even less than 100 HP. Tsuna in a very bad position. This is the worst range for Tsuna. Corner and against sword. Into the grab though. This will net Tsuna a little bit of that pressure back, and Tsuna can melt health bars. Oh my god, Tsuna gets sent to losers by Megafan82, just showing incredible adaptation early on in the match, just quickly knowing, wait, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'll quickly adapt, use sword way more effectively. I love the use of tick throw sword because it baits Tsuna a lot into thinking, oh, he's going to use sword to create space. No, I'm going right back in. Grab it goes. Very dominant showing from Mechafan at the end of those later rounds. He was showing a little bit finicky at the start, but Tsuna was quickly steamrolling, but Tsuna quickly got caught into the pressure and just didn't know how to retaliate with the little defensive options Nero has. Of course, Nero is a very offensively centered character. So if you're not on the offense, Nero loses a lot of value.
Wow.
Honestly, both players played incredibly. I don't have much to say on those two. I said a lot, but insanely so. These two players are amazing, and we're moving. We got Heeko here.
We're gonna have the losers match now. We're gonna show one of the losers 8s, the first round of top 8 for loser side. It's gonna be Hyper Heeko versus Lupin X. We have never seen Lupin X before in tournament. I personally am excited because his name is from Sentai series, and I really like Sentai, so let's get it. Give me one sec. I'm letting them know.
I was just setting up the fan because it was really hot in the room for a second. I couldn't turn it on.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'll let you know when we're about to get the show going. Thank you, everybody that's around. Just giving one last reminder about the Matcherino. Were you saying something? Sorry.
No, don't worry. The Matcherino is free.
All right. So yeah, just a reminder of the Matcherino. We still got plenty of codes. Really appreciate the support from everyone. I think that we are good to go. Thank you to all the 10 people that have been sharing the Matcherino so far. Mr. Chubby, Cocodillan, Easy, Kitten the Great, Tsuna, Super Lupin X, Mechafan, Spicy Crab, K-Cross, Hail to the King. I appreciate everybody in the Matcherino out there claiming the codes. I'm gonna have the next match happening now. Thank you very much.
All right, so we got Heeko versus Lupin X. Lupin X playing Messenger A1. We've seen Messenger A1 can perform very effectively, very powerful zoning tools. That oh wait, it's great Messenger. Never mind, this character's cracked. Hold up, great Messenger, top tier character. Hold up, I thought it was Messenger A1, but it was Great Messenger. Great is of course insane. I don't even know what to say about this character. This character is literally the meme of I have no such weakness. I love that on the wiki, literally Messenger, I think there's an image of great Messenger has no weakness. So how will Hyper Heeko deal with this matchup? This matchup is very scary for Boss. Doesn't have a lot of zoning tools that can work effectively because if I'm not mistaken, his Lariat doesn't go through projectiles, which might be a solid buff for the man who told the Alloy Z. If he could just go through those, you know, through those projectiles with at least, you know, EX spin, it would be very nice. Using that quick DP kick to, you know, try and catch Heeko, but Heeko showing very nice offensive knowledge against Messenger. Very scared to do anything, Lupin X right here, getting forced into the corner by Heeko, not knowing what to do, presses a button, but gets hit anyways. Comes out swinging Hyper Heeko right here against the top tier, great Messenger. Hyper Heeko is, of course, insane offensively and defensively. You have to be good to just know when to match. It's not that you're going insane. It's a skill to just know when to match, and Hyper Heeko's an expert at it. Using that wrench to create a lot more frame advantage that's ambiguous sometimes. Grab into the corner you go. Ooh, gets caught by the kicks, though. Great Messenger. He does very high damage. Thunderbreaker! Again, look at that damage. Are we not going to talk about that damage? That damage is insane. All right. Lots of Grey Life, though, on Great Messenger right here. Lupin X has way too much Grey Life. Is getting hit very hard. Oof, misses the full kill combo with the bat. You have to time it right, Heeko. That cost him the second round. He was so close to getting it, but dropping that conversion cost him a lot. Let's see if he picks it back up in the third round. Remember, Hyper Heeko is a very solid boss player, and if Boss gets any buff, he could just rise up the ranks, because Boss is one of those characters that's one buff away from being a little too insane, in my opinion, because his barrel mix-up can be very scary. But of course, it's all random, and Hyper Heeko's an expert at it. I love the use of all the items he gives. Like, honestly, he's very effective at all the items. I've seen a lot of item specialists, and I don't like it. I like Hyper Heeko's particular use because it allows a lot more for his free-form combos. Again, that anti-air from Great Messenger is ridiculously large. Goes into Scrambler mix-up, the big damage right here that will set up into a mix-up. Doesn't capitalize a lot on it, but the threat is still there. Creates the missiles right here. Big damage. Lupin X dropping the set right here. That super does massive damage if you don't know. I think it's the second or third. It might be the first. I might be wrong. But I think it's the second highest dealing damage. Second highest scaling super in the game. Great Messenger, of course. Big buttons with the sword. Hyper Heeko, I don't think he can do that very much. He can Great Messenger. Great Messenger's active frames on his anti-air are just ridiculously active. Like, that move might need to get tuned down a little bit if they want to bring Great Messenger into balance like the rest of the characters, because that's one of his best moves and one of his biggest pressure tools. If it hits meeting and if you kill frame it, that move is ridiculous. But right now, Hyper Heeko very solid use, you know, just on the leading side. Lupin uses V reversal to get back into the driving speed. No thunder break right there. Misses the Hyper Heeko, dropping the bat today a lot. I don't know why. He's usually very solid at it, but he's on the driving side of things this time, though, creating a lot of pressure. Gets hit by the kick. This is bad, though. Being in the corner against Great Messenger is almost a guaranteed death sentence if you're not prepared for it. Lupin trying to zone a little bit out. Grab into the corner you go. EXDP gets blocked, but no capitalization on it. Overhead. Overhead again. If it doesn't work, just do it again. And do it again. And then do it again if it misses again. You know, you just gotta believe. Big jump. Ooh, flash counter from neutral. Insane. Hyper Heeko is gonna get big damage and the item switch right here. Into the barrel roll. Barrel roll in the corner is ridiculous mix-up. It reminds me a lot, it's not unblockable, but it reminds me a lot of Urian from Third Strike, kind of like the same way, the same kind of situation where you just kind of want to be on a different side of the barrel roll. And Hyper Heeko, very solid defense, but gets opened up right there. Not a big, I was going to say not a big combo, but that does 300 damage, and that was a BNB. Thunder Break combo. Jesus Christ, how much damage will this be? This might be like 600 damage. Melt the health bar melters, you know. Great Messenger, nice pickup from Hyper Heeko, but drops it at the end right there. Doesn't quite capitalize it. Both players are one interaction away from losing the round. Quickly, Lupin getting his own round in. All right, Hyper Heeko needs to, you know, get the advantage early on. Boss is a character who thrives on being on the offensive side of things. Any defensive moment with Boss is a moment that's bad. All right, side switch right here. There, you know, I feel like, oof, this will be bad. That corner carry on Great Messenger again. He has no weakness. Great corner carry, great damage, great moves. He has everything. All right, right here. Hyper Heeko just, you know, jabbing it out, seeing how it feels. You all effectively using the flow into the grab setup to, you know, get himself into the corner, create the missiles to create an ambiguous mix-up. It's kind of hard to block if you don't know. And also, it's just kind of get out of pressure if you manage to use it effectively, if your opponent doesn't punish it. In the driver's seat, Hyper Heeko again. Thunder Break. Does it hit? It does, but it doesn't get full damage, so it doesn't kill. Though this is a scary moment for Hyper Heeko. Armor move into the scrambler.
Cashing out. The money in the bank. Love to see it. I personally, I love that more games, but also good to see Lupin X fighting back, especially because we know Hyper Heeko. He's been around for a lot of the tournaments before.
Yes, Hyper Heeko is very effective. I like Lupin's use of Great Messenger. I just think he needs to be a little bit more proactive, which he is being in this match. Finally getting into the driver's seat of things, abusing his buttons a little bit, you know. This is a character that thrives off of his big buttons, and Boss is a character who thrives off of being on offense. Those two create a very powerful dynamic where whoever's in the driver's seat will be on a huge advantage, because while Great Messenger does have defensive tools, unlike Boss, against he has no weakness, he thrives off of being on that driver's seat where he can just effectively, you know, be in there all the time, using that zone out to create a little bit of chip damage and a little bit of stress from Hyper Heeko, a character that doesn't have many ways to deal against projectiles, and it just worked, you know. Lupin X managed to get in at his own pace. Hyper Heeko needs to lock in hard. His character has less privileges, but that doesn't mean he's gonna use them any less effectively. Barrel roll here doesn't get hit by the mix-up, but does make it safe right there. Gets put into the corner. This is a very scary situation. No full combo from any hits, just straight hits right here. Lupin not cashing out a lot into the break boost, finally cashing out some damage. Steals corner, V reversal into the corner you go, tick throw. All right, gets out of the corner, Lupin right there. Heeko trying to search for a punish, but nothing goes. Finally getting in. Wrench combos into the pressure, gets that low into the corner you go. Item change, need those items desperately. V reversal. too scared to anti-air right there. Manages to break off the kill frames from the anti-air that Great Messenger has. This might kill, I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't, but it will
for
lead
game.
to insane pressure. Zoning.
Oh.
Oh. Hyper Heeko from the tournament. Tough time. Lupin X manages to cash out the win with Great Messenger. Lupin just very effective showing and being very patient with Great Messenger, a character who's very powerful at the right hands. We've seen Star Rake dominate this tournament, this very same tournament a few weeks ago with Great Messenger, a character that lacks no representation, but I'm glad to see it every time. All right, we should be getting Kiragi versus Monkey, right?
No, they're already playing. We're gonna have an ad break right now, and we're gonna go to top 4. We're gonna have Mechafan versus Mr. Chubby. And after that, we'll keep on with the rest of the top 4 bracket. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back after this quick commercial break, so stick around. And thank you for being around. Wait, where's the ad? Production, give me the ad in 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
This この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
¡Ay, Dios mío!
¿Cómo te atreves?
¡No! ¡Perdóname!
¡Santo cielo!
No es posible.
Correcto. ¡Ay, mamá! ¡Cielo! Así me gusta.
Nuestro destino indomable, difícil de explicar.
Ya llegó la policía.
Ven, abrázame.
¡Buenos días!
Muy fuerte. Y
Por San Macareno de los Rosales.
este viaje de amor no pueden detener.
¡Silencio!
Es hora del chisme.
Nuestro destino indomable.
Rayos.
Thanks everybody for watching. We are back here now with top 4 for this MSV Saga. Number 4. I appreciate everybody watching. What do you guys think about the games in the ads? These are all games from Mexico and the Latin America community. Hope you guys enjoy that, as well as this upcoming tournament that we will have June 21st here in Mexico City, City of the Cream, with Fatal Fury City of the Wolves qualifier for the Esports World Cup with 1 million prize pool, as well as our weekly online series for City of the Wolves. Every Monday, come through here for the tournament. Enjoy the show. A new gem in the scene will be born every day, every week, every month. A new gem in the scene is born. And come through Tuesdays as well for our Virtual Fighter 5 tournament every Tuesday. It's gonna be good stuff next week because it's gonna be the 5th edition, the 5-year anniversary. Just like with Iron Saga, I need everybody to come through next Wednesday for MSV number 5, MSV 5. 5 years of Iron Saga, celebrating the 5th edition anniversary. Hope you guys are there. We're gonna try and make a big one, very hype, like a season finale, if you will. And also, speaking of season finales, the ending of our Street Fighter 6 Mexico League Championships is gonna be this Sunday. If you want to come through as well to watch here in La GEMA. Thanks everybody for watching. We are gonna have the match now. Also reminding everybody of the Matcherino. Zero, are you ready?
I am ready, and I might be getting Destino Indomable. That shit goes crazy. Hold up, I did not know Mexico had this game. I might need that, and if they, I know you're watching Iron Monster. I might need a Otome game for this. I don't even play the Otome games, but I'm now convinced. Anyways, we got my 2 pride and joys. We got Mr. Chubby versus Mechafan. These 2 are some of my favorite players to watch always. And I'm biased. I can't even decide who I want to go for because both of these players are so good and I love watching them. But, you know, Messenger has a tough time in this matchup because Dan Cougar's pressure can be overwhelming. No DP is also a bad thing to have in, you know, a matchup against Dan Cougar because his pressure is just ridiculous. All right, Mr. Chubby doing a good job to keep himself in the game, though, using those Gatlins into the setup in the corner. Hold up. No apologies to Spicy Crab. I'm still not apologizing, but DP in the corner, creating that space that Dan Cougar so needs to be offensive. Oh my God, very nice jumping, but misses that combo into a very large extension from Messenger right here. Into Desperation Super, but misses into the EX, into backdash EX rocket punch. There we go. Holy. All right, we saw Mechafan was very dominant at the start of the match, and even now the armor is coming through, but Mr. Chubby can turn it back any second. Oh my God, effective use of the of the barrier to keep away against Mechafan. Gets hit with the grab equally. All right, little bit of neutral. That hub gets Mr. Chubby and quickly drops him down. Mechafan82 getting his own pepperoni. These 2 are always hyped to watch, worthy of any world championship ever, and you're getting it right here directly from La GEMA. This is worthy of a world championship. Holy, nice extension right there. Armor from Mechafan, getting that quick little combo, using that overhead to create a little bit of an ambiguous mix-up because it can kill frame, I'm pretty sure. Nice anti-air. Messenger thrives off of his anti-airs, especially A2, to create those really good combos. But as you just saw, misses the combo though, surprisingly. EX Rocket Fist at the end right there to, you know, get some space. Lots of neutral. Almost that jump in. Misses by a little bit with that rocket punch. Mr. Chubby being a little bit more cautious about what he does. Nice combo into the grab. Again, Messenger grabs are very important to his game plan because you need to get those grabs as quickly as possible to, you know, just create pressure as much. Break boost goes through the grab into the super cancel. Will give Mechafan82, oh, sorry, I got excited. 82 the match right there. Drops Mr. Chubby down a set. Very scary position right now. Mechafan82 taking the advantage lead, but Mr. Chubby doesn't want to get far behind. What will Mr. Chubby do? Anti-air, big anti-air button from Messenger. Remember, that goes almost all the way to the top of the screen. Stop shorts to dodge the sword. Very nice Gatling combo from Messenger right there to drive himself into the corner. Break boost to create that extension. I love the Messenger extensions that Mr. Chubby is bringing about. I would play this character more if I knew how to play him like this. Mechafan 82 creating his space. Oh my god! Mr. Chubby was predicting a jump in, but that cost him a lot of life and advantage right here. Catches the EX, sorry, the install. Using that rocket fist to create that space. Very solid combo right there from Chubby, who's catching very solid damage. Both players are one interaction away from winning. There it is, Mr. Chubby with the overhead. Takes the first round on the second set. He needs this set desperately. Mechafan abusing that space. Messenger does have trouble at those mid-ranges where Rocket Fist isn't a good option, but his buttons don't particularly reach. Dan Kugo can abuse that. This game is a range game after all. Very effective abuse of both characters' solid advantage. Gets that flash counter, but doesn't quite hit it. Overhead goes over the grab. That's one of the things that Messenger has going for him. Catches the DP into the Shin. Hold up, it lagged for me really hard just now. What's going on?
Oh,
all right.
You mean the Discord?
Yeah, all right, never mind. We're back just
okay,
now.
Cool.
All right, Mechafan dropping his own set, getting Mr. Chubby on the board quickly right there, showing Mr. Chubby can do it if he puts his mind to it. Both players are insanely cracked. I will never say any of these two players are bad at their respective character. Both players have my heart. Armor from Messenger right there. You just saw it. One of Dan Kuga's hit. Little bit of armor move on Messenger never hurt anyone. You know, if you want to buff Messenger a little bit. Tries to set up that jump, but doesn't quite hit. That mid-range for Messenger is hurting a little bit, and that's allowing Mr. Chubby, Mechafan, to create a little bit of that advantage where he can just catch with sword, and Mr. Chubby can't really catch effectively with his medium. Oh, into the install that has armor. If you didn't know, I love the effective use of that mix-up to create effective hit damage. Into the backdash against the desperation. Super catch it into the full combo to close out the first round. Pepperoni on the pizza from Mr. Chubby. Mechafan is now up against the wall.
I ordered my pizza with anchovies.
Oh no, not the wrong pizza. Oh my god. Solid corner carry. I love these type of combos on Messenger. I wish we got more of these type of combos on every character. Just cancel. Oh my god, the armor on the projectile. Super cool stuff coming in from Mr. Chubby. I love the effective use of Messenger's tools. Just squeezing out every single drop. Ooh, nice low from Mechafan, sorry, who's putting in the pressure right now. Anti-air effectively from Mr. Chubby, who's activating install again. This is basically, oh my god, into the flash counter. This is one of Messenger's best block strings, because if you didn't know, the Psycho Crusher type move is plus unblock during the install. You have to block it. This is insane. Mr. Chubby moving into
we're not done yet. This is first to three. I think that they're not.
Oh my god! Let them know. Better. I get to see. Does Mechafan have a chance right here? Will he give us down to the wire? I always love watching these players. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm just letting them know. So it's 2-1.
So 2-1 in favor of course, Mr. Chubby, who we just saw dominate against Mechafan. Didn't know exactly what to do. Mechafan thrives off of matchup knowledge, but with a player like Mr. Chubby, who, you know, is also a matchup fiend, apparently, just absolutely dominating with his new look with Messenger A2.
It looks like his game crashed, so we're gonna wait for him to join again.
All right, while we wait for Chubby, I want to dissect a little bit of what went on in that matchup. So, as you could see, Very effective use of Mechafan's lows. He also is a great mid dispenser a lot of time, you know, catching those staggers. But here's the thing, Mr. Chubby was backdashing very effectively throughout the match, allowing him to get some very solid punishes. And again, Messenger thrives off of punishes. You need to be punishing with this character to get the most amount of damage possible. You can say that about every character, but Qinglong can just create his own interactions. Messenger depends on his opponent's mistakes. So Mechafan has to clean up his looks if he wants a chance to go into that finals with the set advantage and not in losers. Mr. Chubby, though, he has the advantage right now. He can't drop it if he wants to go again. Oof, nice break boost to get through that projectile. Gets hit in the toes right there. Mr. Chubby not blocking those lows effectively. It's netting a lot of damage to Mechafan. Barrier, no punish though. Into the backdash, like I said, Chubby was backdashing a lot. Armor move from Mechafan will net him a lot of damage. Using that overhead effectively, and as you can see, it's not really to overhead the opponent, it's more to get that space in. That was a very scary install activation from Mr. Chubby. Gets hit. Armor move from Dan Kuga. Mechafan breaks through, getting his first pepperoni on the pizza quickly. Mr. Chubby has to adapt. Gets the lows. Check toes. Ooh, nice combo. This will put very scary corner pressure into Mechafan 82. Again, blocking the DP flash counter. Read like a book into the Shin Shoryuken. And from what I know, power beam right there. I love the use of super, using that power beam. I love the fact that Mr. Chubby stops using some of his tools during the match to then just surprise you when you try to catch him at the worst moment possible. That allows him to get advantage, but Mechafan not going down without a fight. Oh my god, the damage is skyrocketing right now. Mechafan might take this for all I know. Holy. Whoa. Into the double grab. What the hell? This is not Street Fighter 6. Grab loops. This nets Mechafan 82 his own set. It's now going down to the wire, as we love with these two players who just take everything down to the extreme. Remember, the eye lasers can be dodged by just, you know, going down. Ooh, effective zoning. Look at that. You didn't see if you didn't see that, using that mid to, you know, check the buttons. Like, is Mechafan being honest? Is he blocking what he needs to block after? Oh my god, the double rocket fist. Oh, into the flash counter. Holy. Catching anti-air right there. Very scary range for Dan Kuga. Blocks armor, but gets punished with the flash counter from Sword. Into the grab. Oh no, this is bad. This could set up a lot of pressure for Kuga right here. Mechafan into driving seat. Gets put back into break boost cancel. Using the install. Will he do the patented trademark install? Again, using that install mix-up effectively. EXDP will get pressure off of him. This is truly going down to the wire. I really do wish Messenger's install charged up a little bit quicker. But right there, Mechafan cashing out his first pepperoni on the pizza. All right, Mr. Chubby has to lock in. It's truly down to the wire. Armor move coming in from Mechafan. Setting up that space. Effective use of his throws and pick throws. EX grab should combo extend from this into the reset grab. What is going on? Overhead catches anti-air. Will this give Mr. Chubby a chance? Into the I sure got if that hit into the combo, I was going to apologize to Spicy Crab, but he did not. In fact, pressure. Armor move from Dan Kuga breaks through. Mechafan 82's armor is still standing proud, sending Mr. Chubby to losers and sending Mechafan to the finals with advantage.
Crazy stuff. Mechafan bringing it back. Awesome stuff here. That's our winners finals. We're gonna have the rest of the top four now underway, and Tsuna coming through with OG Cornflakes for our loser semis. This is back to first to two, or last first to two of the night.
All right, OG Cornflakes, effective Mephisto usage. Mephisto can be a bad matchup for, you know, Nero, mainly because, again, Nero has no defensive tools, and Mephisto is a very rushdown player. OG Cornflakes has been showing very solid glimpse of, you know, using that buster to create the spacing to get his punishes. If he does that with Tsuna effectively, he might cash out a lot of damage. You know, you never want to be in this position against a character that can be OTGing you and just cashing out massive damage at any point in the round. But again, counterpoint for myself. Tsuna is an insane player.
I'm sending the match now, giving them the permission to destroy each other's mechs.
All right, here we go again. Tsuna, insane player. This could go either way. Both players have been shown to just have very solid combos, understanding of what their character does. So we shall see.
And see, we shall. Put in the prediction as well. If you guys would like to bet on your favorite player, collect all the gems available and unlock the secret prize. Open now.
All right, using those effective lows against a character like Nero, Tsuna piloting very well though, doesn't let herself get hit into a very nice, into the corner you go, using those overhead that's also OTGs just in case. Oh my god, what is that mix up? That clone just jumped up? What is that? No, that is ridiculous. Tsuna cashing out her first round very quickly and dominantly, not giving OG Cornflakes a chance to get his mix-up going. And that's exactly what she needs to do if she wants to win. Again, Cornflakes is very strong in the driving seat, but not as well effectively when it comes to being defensive, baiting out DP. That's exactly what you need to do in the moments like this. Oh my god, Tsuna showing incredible matchup knowledge right here. Blocking very effectively and just not letting herself get touched at all. Mephisto back in the driver's seat. OG Cornflakes not going down without a fight. Trying to find any opening and just playing that neutral. Gets hit Tsuna right there, sends her to the ground. All right, Buster mix-ups right here. Oh my god, the low from the Mephisto clone. Again, the clones can be super hard to deal with, and not every clone is built equal, and Mephisto's clones look insane. What is that? Oh my god, uses long range overhead right there. Oh, breaks through, sets up the orbs, the fire orbs to, you know, try and protect himself. OG Cornflakes trying to get himself into the driving seat, but the Psycho Crusher move catches him full screen from the clone. All right, moving into set 2. Tsuna is in the driving seat. OG Cornflakes is under a lot of pressure, you know. Already solid combos at the start of the round. Ballerina jump, quickly catching Cornflakes, you know, just insane pressure in the corner. Oh my god, such nice adaptation. Look at those combos. That was so much damage.
The mix! Mama!
All right. Flakes currently in the driving seat, just trying to set up something. Oh my god, full range low. Tries to catch something with that dive kick, but this will catch out the round. Again, very high damage scaling from Nero's super. It's air only, but in exchange, it does insane damage and can be OTG'd. Tsuna already cashing out and putting Cornflakes in a match point situation. Not very comfortable. Look, that overhead. Ooh, but EXDP quickly takes himself out of the corner. OG Cornflakes in the driving position once again. Tsuna looking for an opening to close out the match and is finding it very quickly. Uses the lows to check the toes, but it's not quite what she's looking for. Tsuna trying to use the air parry, but gets hit with flash counter. This will be insane damage. I mean, just look at the damage right there. Half the health bar gone. Buster mix up right there in the corner. Not a lot of capitalization, but is finding a lot of openings against Tsuna. V reversal right there. Get off of me. Uses the hover mechanic to hover over the projectiles and, you know, find a breathing room. against an oppressive player like Tsuna. This is match point after all. Cornflakes wants to find the chance to win. Tsuna making it very hard right now, just forcing very terrible situations. High durability. Buster move right there. Misses the break boost. No punish though. Very effective low usage from Cornflakes, you know, just catching Tsuna a lot off guard with that full range low. Blocks the overhead from the clone. This is make or break right here. You know, just setting up the fire orb. Miss into this combo. Hold up. It does. Catches the OTG. Finally gets the pepperoni on the pizza. Look at that. 14 seconds to spare. That felt like an eternity. Both players were playing out of their mind to, you know, find each other there. Cornflakes finding Tsuna's openings right there. Cashes out into super. This will deal half HP probably. All right, even more than half HP. Tsuna at 300 HP right there. Blocks the lows. Oh, into flash counter. Wait, this might be it for the set. Cashes out 1 HP. Will Tsuna make the mythical 1 HP to full health comeback? Both players playing out of their mind. Mix up. Hold up, lots of neutral right now. Cornflake knows that any bad move can be the end of him. You runs up grab. You know, you just gotta do the Street Fighter 6 tactics. Just, you know, break, boost, grab. It has to be that way sometimes. All right, it's 1-1. Going down to the wire. OG Cornflake spicing things up. Showing that he is a worthy competitor. High damage coming in from the start of the round. Crusher right there. Oh my god, into the overhead. Tsuna doesn't know what to do. Flash counter. This might be a perfect.
What's going on?
Hold up, catches out. Tsuna's crumbling. The defense is not being there anymore. OG Cornflake catches a perfect just right there. Catching bodies left and right. Does Tsuna have the mental fortitude to find an opening and create her own spacing? But no! OG Cornflake's finding his way in with the full super combo. This will be really solid damage. And corner, remember, you're never safe from Mephisto's corner because his Buster just forces and takes away so much space. Look at that high durability projectile, making Tsuna block in awkward position. Tsuna trying to find her driving position, but that big low just finding her a lot of the time, not allowing her to breathe. Air-to-air interactions. OG Cornflakes is finding the correct button to get himself into Tsuna's defense. Penetrating through the armor right there. Solid air-to-air interaction. Break boost into from the Buster. Get off of me. Greedy reversal right there. Trying to find himself a way in. Flakes is not finding it, but the air-to-airs are in. Dash from underground. Catches him coming down right there. Solid adaptation from Cornflakes. What looked like a shaky star quickly turned into a powerful commandeering lead by Cornflakes. And Tsuna gets dropped out of the tournament. No 3-peat dream for Tsuna right here.
Wow, what a shocking development, what a shocking twist.
All right, we should be getting Mr. Chubby versus OG Cornflakes, a run back of that matchup. We saw that before. Mr. Chubby was the one who sent you know, Cornflakes to loser with his Messenger Z. Just very solid usage of fundamentals, and I'm hoping to see more of that from Mr. Chubby. But did OG Cornflakes learn his lesson on what he needs to do? You know, the game plan is I gotta be in there. I can't give Messenger
just jumping in.
Guess what?
Real quick, so I already snoozed all the ads, so I'm gonna put an ad right now, 2 minutes before we get the next match, so you guys don't get any commercials in the middle of the set. So I'll be right back in just a sec. 2 minutes, guys.
All right, in the meanwhile, while I dissect a little bit of this, OG Cornflakes, again, the game plan has to be, you know, get in, because if you allow Mr. Chubby an inch, he'll take a mile. And I'm going to be very honest with you. Mr. Chubby is one of those players that can take it all the way out of you and just frustrate you with how solid his defense can get at certain points, and then all of a sudden, who you thought was on their last leg gets a final win, and just manages to get a full combo, and you're all of a sudden almost dead. And that's kind of the scare factor Mr. Chubby has. So OG Cornflakes has to bring his A game all the way in, use his spacing to his advantage. Messenger Z is of course a character who thrives off of punishes, so if he doesn't let himself be open, he's gonna be in the driver's seat for the most of the match. But of course, it can go either way. All right, boys, remember, claim the match arena codes. It always helps, regardless. It always does. While we wait for the next match to start, I'm excited to see this whole tournament has been very fire. Solid development from a lot of good players coming back today. And remember, next week we also have Iron Saga again, the 5th edition for the 5th anniversary, as La GEMA said. And as well, we have another tournament, if I'm not mistaken. It's all the way up, hosted by King Giovanni.
Oh yeah, it's the Sunday's one, right?
Yeah, so Sunday we have another tournament from King Giovanni, who's also going to be hosting a league. So if you're looking forward to that, check it out in the Discord. But meanwhile,
I jumped in. It's gonna be me.
Oh,
it's gonna be me, Austin.
Flakes, what will Flakes do against G Messenger? What will he do? All right, OG Cornflakes getting a prep set. Solid combo damage. Oh my god. Showing us that he does have the combos. All right, let's see those high damage combos. Cornflakes, show us what you got. Give me your highest damage conversion. Oh my god.
Wait, let me lock in. All right,
let's see what the TO of this tournament has. Oh, hold up. Give me your highest damage conversion. Hold up, Cornflakes. Let's see what you got. Oh my god, the damage misses the buster right there.
I am hijacking the bracket. I need all the Matcharinos codes claimed, otherwise I'll keep the Matcharino on the screen. Also, my pad wasn't working.
All right, so we just saw OG Cornflakes absolutely dominant. Let's see if he does the same thing against Mr. Chubby. I'm just gonna say it. OG Cornflakes double perfect. That kind of goes insane. I will not lie to you. All right, here we go. Mr. Chubby, of course,
lucky.
like I said, lucky is insane work, but we're jumping right into the match. All right, we're right here. How will the matchup start? Bit of neutral right here. Rocket face into flash counter. What is that reaction time? Cornflakes catching Mr. Chubby completely off guard. Tries to anti-air. Finds it with that light, but the anti-air hits Mr. Chubby right there. Throw escape. Big damage coming in from OG Cornflakes. Mr. Chubby has to retaliate quickly if he wants to stay in this game. It's a best of 3, but it's never good to go down to your last leg. OG Cornflakes quickly dominates the first round. Mr. Chubby has to find his way in quickly. Roketo Punch. Using effective lasers, because remember, the laser's faster than the rocket fist on startup. So effective use of the laser to catch his opponent starting. Again, though, like I said before, it can be a little bit difficult because it can just be dodged by going low. And Mephisto specifically has one of the best lows in the game that moves him forward by a lot. So if Mr. Chubby is not careful, it can be very bad. But the flash counter from Mr. Chubby catches Cornflakes off guard. The I-beam will close out the match right there. The first round, moving into the third round for set 1. Jumps over, baits DP, flash counter. This will be high damage, should be. Oh my god, hold up. Is this half HP conversion? It isn't. Gets hit by EXDP this time, though. Doesn't block it. Into the grab. OG Cornflakes showing that he's very comfortable with, going the Street Fighter route of, I can't open you up. Okay, fine. Take the throw, I guess. I-beam misses right there.
Oh,
Using the double rocket fist, you know, break the projectiles, which is a very solid tactic against a character that thrives over using his buster. But super cancel right there. That was his desperation super. Don't be mistaken. He still has 3 bars to work with. This is still a very scary situation for Chubby. Both players add their last legs. V reversal right there. He still he trying to find a way in. Hovers off into the install cancel. He was not expecting it. Tries to go for overhead, misses the overhead. This is a bad situation for Chubby. Regardless, I-beam catches him lacking with the double rocket fist. I think he thought that Mr. Chubby was gonna throw the anti-air rocket fist, but no, he's throwing the normal one. Puts Chubby up 1 leg. Set 1 has been achieved by Chubby. OG Cornflakes has to find his driver's seat quickly and find his groove, and he's finding it early into the round. Will he be able to sustain it? Catching a lot of Mr. Chubby's attempts to get out of the corner, just dominating. Catches the grab. Hold up. This will be a very powerful damage extension. Will these be a perfect? Gets hit. It is a perfect right there. OG Cornflakes showing that he is still fire when it counts. All right, Mr. Chubby also has to find his groove. Using Rocket Punch to create that space. Anti-air. Catches with the light.
oh, no overhead.
No overhead right there. Catches with the super. Remember that separation. Still 3 bars to work with. One more combo could end the round.
Okay.
All right, he is almost in. All right, this will I think this kills. I think this is. Oh, it doesn't. By a little bit of a margin right here. But Chubby makes it anyways. You know, he's still tracked like that. Gets the anti-air right there. All right, Cornflakes has to lock in. He can't drop the set. The pressure will be greatly stacked against him using that. I wonder why Chubby's using that short break boost. I wonder if it's a bait, a thing to bait out. But it's been working quite a bit well. But Cornflakes already catching up to it. That short stock,
Wow.
break boost. Flash counter will give the free EX into Psycho Crusher into Super. Big damage. You can see it already. Look at that. That's over half HP worth of damage right there. All right, Mr. Chubby gets put into the corner. This is bad. All right, good setup right there. Into the freeze grab. Install cancel at the bad time leads to pressure being shifted back into Cornflake's favor. But the double. Oh my God, flash counter. This might kill right here. Hold up, will. Oh my God, wait, the grab misses.
Oh, no way!
I-beam.
7
HP. This is not Street Fighter 4. Hold up, what is going on? Insane gameplay from both. Misses the punish. Neutral from both players. Oh my God.
No way.
I-beam, they're both super low.
Oh.
He can't I-beam at this range. He can't I-beam. If he I-beams, he loses.
Oh.
Key reversal, that doesn't kill. That chip damage. Uses the armor.
Insane
What is going
round.
on? What is going on? Hold up, I'm sweating right now. I'm not even playing on it. I'm sweating. What is going on? Double rocket fist nets Chubby the final punish of the round to cash out the set. Huge mental stack against Flakes. Oh, and that's insane. Catches with the overhead, but quickly OG Cornflakes smashes back out. Catches the backdash with the grab. Catches the grab with the backdash. Oh my God. It catches the anti-air. Good combo extension right there. Grab. Isn't shy away from grabbing. Install cancel. This will lead into the mix-up. Flash counter. Oh my God. EXDP catches him though. No I-beam. Use it. Oh, Ivy at that range is not safe. What are you doing, Chubby? That costs him the round. Flakes finds Pepperoni on the board to find a breathing room. Oh, but get hit. Get hit. Oh no, this is bad. EXDP out of corner. I don't want to be in there anymore. Get into the corner yourself. Overhead. Oh no. That hot move is really powerful. I-beam. That's up. Oh my god. That could have been insane damage, but doesn't quite capitalize on it. Flash counter from Mr. Chubby leads into solid corner carry into super cancel. I was going to say will it kill it. Of course it kills. But now this means Cornflakes is in match point. Cornflakes has to find a solid footing if he wants to make this interesting for himself. I-beam right there catches him lacking. Solid use of I-beam at full range. You know, this is the perfect... full range is the only time you should I-beam against Mephisto. A character that can just dodge it. Catches the anti-air. No extension from it, though. Oh, catches the low. The toe check. This will be very solid damage. Using that mid to create space and not give a breathing room. I love the effective use of that mid. Oh, no anti-air that time. That extension will be big damage and put the pressure into Cornflake's favor for once. I-beam misses.
Oh,
all right.
What?
Flash counter. Hold up. This might go insane into insult activation. The mix-up. Hold up. This is bad. Remember, he gains more plus rate from this.
Oh,
I-beam. EXDP. All right. Not letting himself get in. Oh, blocks the V reversal to get himself to Mr. Chubby. 3-0. Sending himself into grand finals for that run back against Mechafan 82.
Insane
Both
work.
players are insane. I will not lie to you. So you know, this is not a surprising development, but I loved it so much. Mechafan 82, will it repeat history? Will he manage to dominate with Dankuga and just prove once more that he is him? Or will Mr. Choppy dominate with Messenger Z? He's showing incredible leaps and bounds, just pushing Messenger Z all the way to the top. Who would have thought?
Just before we go to the next set, which will be grand finals, just want to give a brief reminder to everyone about the tournaments that we have here in GEMA. We may be finishing for tonight, but we still got plenty of action every week here. We have tournaments practically every day, because here in GEMA, every day a new gem in the scene is born, especially in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Virtua Fighter 5, and remember, come through next week, next Wednesday, for Iron Saga versus Online, MSV number 5, numero 5, the 5-year anniversary of Iron Saga. Can't believe the game's been out for 5 years already. Really thanks to everybody in all the community for coming through. Let's have a blast. Let's have a ball next week here in the 5th anniversary of this weekly. Thank you very much. Hope to see you there along with the rest of our events. And we will be having the grand finals in just a few moments. Thank you so much. Back to you, Zero.
All right, so here we go. Mr. Chubby does have to find the adaptations correctly to deal with Mechafan. Mechafan has been showing a little bit more patience in what he's doing, especially against someone like Tsuna. We saw him just constantly being a little bit more critical of, should I jump here? And that's exactly what he needs against Mr. Chubby right here, because Messenger is a very punish heavy character. So if he can't get the punishes, Mechafan will be in the driving seat. It's all about that. Will he allow Mr. Chubby to spiral out of control, or will he find his footing early on? It is finding it into the tick throw quickly. Mr. Chubby mashes out, but gets hit. Creating that overhead is finally a little bit wiser as to the mix of how it works right there. Low. Oh, uses Ivy. Is using a lot of meter right there. Oh, into the grab setup. Hold up. Oh, flash counter. Hold up. This is shaping up to be nice. Woo! XDP to deal with the grab. Armor from both, but more armor on Dan Kuga. It breaks through Messenger's armor move, quickly cashing out the first pepperoni. That's exactly what Mr. Chubby needs to be. Frustrate, Mechafan a lot and not allow him to do moves like that. Into the grab. Oh no, this is bad. Mechafan in the driving position so dominantly in the first round. Uses the armor. I'm loving it. You could call me McDonald's because the way Mr. Chubby is playing, I'm loving it. Full combo from it. This will lead into a very solid corner carry, but quickly Mechafan is pushing himself out of corner backdash with no punish. Gets hit in the toes. Mechafan and showing sword range right there. Hold up. Finally gets a punish on the grab. Is safe install activation to, stress out Mechafan into the corner steal. E-reversal. I think this combo kills regardless. It does. All right, it's 1-1. These players know how to take things down to the wire, right down on the first set. They're saying it has to be exciting no matter what. Oh my God, misses cleanly the mid, but quickly uses his armor to force Dan Kuga. All right, Mechafan, seeing that he's gonna miss, he quickly capitalizes using that sword sheath into grab to quickly capitalize on advantage. I love the sword unsheath combo into the sheath, to get that extension. That almost netted him something good, but that overhead, Mechafan 82 quickly cashes out the first round in his favor, and this is bad because Mr. Chubby has to reset the bracket if he wants to take this. He has done it before. He isn't a player that's shy of losers. He's one of those players that is a living comeback story. But it is bad early on if you haven't reset the bracket to be losing these rounds like this. Oh my God, big damage coming in from Mechafan, who's quickly just capitalizing on huge amounts of damage, delaying the rocket fist to create armor moments. You have to, I think what Mr. Chubby needs to do is frustrate Mechafan, but it's happening the other way around. Armor move.
The defense, man. Insane. All
yeah, both players are good at defense, not gonna lie. Into the grab. This is exactly the type of setup Messenger needs. Find his footing. Look at that. No fly zone Chubby. What we call him that for a reason. It's not a myth. It's not a legend. It's the real thing when Mechafan armors through with his Dan Kuga. He says, none of those projectiles. I eat those for breakfast.
Okay.
No combo there. But finding the moment to create pressure. All right, unsheath right here. Oh, finds his break boost in. Oh, it's a flash counter. Not a lot of damage, but a lot of pressure coming in.
Oh!
Mixes the timing up that time to see if he catches Mechafan off guard. He did a little bit. Oh, baits out the anti-air and quickly capitalizes on big damage and pressure with the grab. Into EX grab. This is bad because this will be full combo. Into... What is going? Did he just grab reset? Did he just grab reset? What is going on? Mechafan 82 absolutely wilding with that reset right there. Just wanted to tease a little bit. Blocks that overhead. Mr. Chubby has to find his footing now and quickly. Overhead into the grab.
Okay, check
into the grab. Misses the combo by a little bit.
Oh, no way.
Mechafan finding his footing again. Putting the pressure on Mr. Chubby that can't quite find the range as to when to hit buttons because Mechafan is so far away. This kills Mechafan 82, putting Mr. Chubby at a quick match point already. Will Mr. Chubby come back? I find it hard, but you never know. Legends can be born any day.
Okay. Cool, cool,
Oh,
cool.
nice combo. Get the pressure. No grab right there. Quick sword on sheath to create the mix-up.
Oh.
Oh, laser. No combo from it, though. Blocks the overhead. No punish. Flash counter punish, though. But not a big amount of damage. Armor move. Doesn't quite catch the full punish to get full damage from it. Using that mid to, you know, create a very situational advantage against Messenger that doesn't have quite the range to compete with Dankuga. And Messenger's an outranged character. Jumps over the move. This should be enough to kill. Gets his pepperoni. Mr. Chubby wants to move on. He still believes.
One more shot, one more opportunity. 8 Mile type beat.
What is going on? Quickly opens up Mr. Chubby with the overhead low. Freeze!
Oh.
Lots of chip damage from on Mechafan right now, if you notice. Oh, not quite the right button for the situation. That cost Mr. Chubby the advantage. He's in a bad situation. No defensive options right now. Oh my god! Catches the punish. Will this be it? Oh, catches the air. Don't fly against me. Safe install activation. Guard crash. You just saw it. Oh, using the jump to catch him at the most opportune time. I love it. This still could go either way. Messenger has a chance.
Oh. No, the punch. Oh!
What? Desperation Super 2 R to go through. Mechafan is your new champion. Takes 3-0 commanding lead against Mr. Chubby. Absolute dominance by Mechafan right up until the end. Absolute grappler. What can I say more? Are you not entertained?
GG's, what a strong set by Mechafan here. Solid taking the tournament. We have a new champion. Our third ever champion. Our third ever champion for MSV Saga. Amazing stuff here. Now it's Starridge, Tsuna, and Mechafan. And I just want to say, it's awesome, you know, having someone that their name is literally Mechafan winning a Mecha game tournament. Love to see that.
I absolutely adore Mechafan. Mr. Sammy is goated. And I agree with Spicy Crab. I'm just saying, I would pay money to watch a match against Diaphone and Mechafan. Let's see how that goes. But for now, this tournament has been coming to a close. Super solid stuff from both players. Every player has played super well in this tournament, honestly.
These great matches. Thanks everybody that came through. Any feedback, any comments, do let us know in the chat and in the comments. This video, if you maybe just got here or you know missed out on some of the matches, we will have the bot on YouTube tomorrow, so check that out. Consider subscribing on YouTube as well. And please consider coming next week for the 5th edition. We want to make a celebration, you know, reaching this first milestone. And thanks for your support, everybody. We hope to see you next Wednesday. Zero, once again, great commentary. Always thank you for coming. Anything else you would like to share to the people?
Just absolutely insane matches. I hope even more people come for next week's tournament, because this was amazing. Just very solid performance from a lot of players. The skill is elevating, as you can see, even bringing lower tier characters back on top. Messenger Z being so well presented in this tournament was amazing, and I'm hoping to see even more of that next week. So be sure to come back. And of course, like I said, shout out to the other tournaments. Always check them out. But for now, thank you, GEMA, for hosting this tournament. It's always been a blast.
Thank you, Zero, for coming through, and we hope to see all of you next week once more for MSV Saga 5-year edition. Thanks everybody for your support. Remember, we have a lot of tournaments here in the GEMA, and also remember that we do still have some codes for the Match Arena Thanks, everybody. We will see you next time. Thank you.
Later,
Have
boys.
a nice day, nice night, and nice rest of the week. All right. Peace.